So how is the coronavirus affecting the London property market? Well, we'll be discussing that just now. Hi everyone, I'm Arinzeh with Onyx Property Consultants in Keller Williams. I am a London-based property agent and I love helping my clients buy, sell, rent, and manage property. I also love living in the city, so if you haven't checked out my YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe because I put out weekly video about the London property market and all of the fabulous things there are to do in living and enjoying this city. Obviously, over the last several weeks, the world has changed so rapidly with the onset of the coronavirus, especially as it spread to Western countries. We're living in unprecedented times, and everyone, given that it's a health crisis, really needs to be so diligent about taking care of themselves. The latest guidance by the UK government is that everybody who's non-essential in essence should be self-isolated at home and only going out for the minimum things that they need. Of course, this has meant that life has become extremely disruptive for each and every one of us. But let me first say a heartfelt thank you to the NHS and healthcare professionals and our public service individuals who are still going out every single day and putting themselves in the front lines of this virus to protect each and every one of us and keep us healthy. I am truly indebted to each and every one of you for the tireless commitment you've demonstrated, and I can honestly say that personally. With the speed in which the virus has spread, it has pretty much meant that all of us now need to be at home, and that includes working from home for those who are fortunate and able to do so, and also having our children at home as well. It means that many who would have relied on parents or elderly family members to look after children are not able to do that because of the virus. For people like me who are self-employed, it has definitely limited our ability to get things done. For those who know me and know that I love being out and about in London and showing it off, it is definitely a restricted time, but we all need to do our part to make sure that we're not spreading the virus. However, at the end of the day, I am an optimist and believe that in every situation there is an opportunity. For my industry, which is real estate, we offer a fundamental basic need, which is for housing, and that will always be there. It also means that people will also always have a reason to have to move and have to buy and sell and shift homes. I recently was working with a couple who is expecting their second child and really needs to get out of the current flat that they're in. And actually earlier this year, we completed the sale for a family that was expecting their third child, and they very much needed extra space. So again, given that it's housing, people will always have a reason to sell and buy. In the short term, the UK government has announced that they are offering 3-month mortgage relief for anyone who needs it. And so I've included in the description below links to most of the major banks and guidance so that you can see if you need that kind of relief, if you qualify, and to get the assistance that you need. Also, I'd be very happy to connect you with local mortgage brokers who I've worked with over the years who are excellent and who can give you the best financial advice that you need. If you do need to buy, then it's a good thing because interest rates are still historically low, and it is something that you might want to take advantage of. Many of us now are able to see most of the housing stock that's available for sale online, and many agents are able to actually offer virtual tours. I know quite a few of my properties on my property website do have 3D virtual walkthroughs, so you can really get a good sense of a property, or maybe more importantly, discount a property if it might not be right for you. In the midterm, depending on how quickly we can get out of things, it definitely will mean that we'll all have to tighten our belts. Having been a banker in the past, I know how important it is to have a budget and to be very clear on what your outgoings are and what your incomings are so that you can see where it is that you can save expenses and cut out anything that's non-essential. And so if you do need help to create a budget, please get in touch because I'd be very happy to help you get to the principles of creating a family budget, a personal budget, or even perhaps a business budget if needed. For sellers who still need to sell, it also means for them that they need to be really clear on getting a sense of the true market dynamics and making sure that they're pricing and presenting their property accordingly. It means making sure that they're not overpricing their home and recognizing that there actually might be even fewer buyers out in the market when they are ready to sell. If you need any advice on that, please do get in touch, because we're certainly able to help market your home and actually expose it internationally and virtually, as I've discussed before, so that you can have confidence that your home is getting exposed to the widest audience possible. In the long term, as the world starts to come out of the virus and economies will start to improve, it will also mean a rebound in the housing property market, and looking at actually real estate in the long term as an investment class. Clearly, we've seen over the last few weeks how quickly the stock market can crash and lose all of the value that it's amassed over the last several years. And while housing true will also have valuation declines, at the end of the day, you're still holding an asset that provides a fundamental need. One of the things I also always mention about property is the fact that not many other asset classes can you get lending or borrowing to actually purchase it. So the fact that you can get a mortgage lender to provide 30-40% to help you buy a house or property, it was really unrivaled in terms of any other asset. Nobody's going to lend you money to buy stock or security. So again, the value and the benefit of having housing and owning property as an investment alternative definitely continues to make sense. I believe that the fundamentals of the London housing property market will continue to remain strong, as it is a world-class global city with excellent transport, education, rule of law, banking and finance system, and will continue to be a place where people want to live and work, and therefore housing underpins that. And we continue to have a chronic housing shortage. So again, making property investing makes sense in the long term. However, some landlords might see that given all that's happened and the lack of cash flow perhaps in the short term, may decide that it is time to sell. If you want help in terms of considering your options, then again, please do get in touch. But in closing, I want to come back to a message of hope and optimism that we will all get through this if we come together. I think that this is a unique opportunity for many of us to breathe, to spend time with loved ones, and if you are self-isolated or remote, to actually pick up the phone or Zoom call or Skype or FaceTime with people you care about, or perhaps people you've lost touch with. I think if I come out of these next however many months, I definitely want to have planned for my business better, put in place some fundamental structures, get some great reading done, and make sure I'm connected with the people that matter the most and anyone that I'm able to help however I can. So please do reach out just to connect up. I have done a ton of networking. I know tons of people in various industries. So if you need help with anything, please do get in touch. I'm here to help. There might be someone I might be able to put you in touch with. I was on one of the neighborhood groups recently and saw a gentleman was offering online guitar lessons and piano lessons, and I just thought that was a great idea. So again, we're going to have to adapt, but we can still stay in touch as best we can. So I hope you've liked this video, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, perhaps share some things you're doing to stay in touch virtually. And I'd also love it for you to check out some of my other videos about the London property market. So that's Arinzeh with Onyx Property Consultants and Keller Williams. Bye for now.